People asked me this, it's how strange or frustrating it is to have a huge camera with a man right in my face. I never thought of that. I was really focusing on Saul. Well, I think that people were somewhat surprised. They didn't really know what they are sitting in for. It's a Hungarian holocaust drama. That's what pretty much they knew beforehand. And I think we were able to create an experience that was generally and deeply different than your regular Holocaust film, which has been so many in the past 50 years or so. And it's not a particularly successful genre. Oftentimes it's melodramatic and doesn't serve justice to what the Holocaust is for us or what it means for us. So we wanted to make a different kind of movie, and I think the audience is responding to our ambitions to make it some different.
Yeah, has to be an extremely personal journey for the two of you to make something like this.
It was a personal journey. I mean, since I was a child, I heard this not even stories. I heard stories. It's just that it was very strongly present in the family in Hungary,
Mm-hmm.
and I, since I was an adult, I had been trying to before I found the subject. I've been trying to find a way to tell a story about what happened.
Yeah, and casting this marvelous man who never really acted before, like
You did?
A little bit, but this is different. This is intense. I'll get into the shooting and
even
everything.
for an actor, a professional actor, it's something very hard, and also how to create a believable experience in the middle of it. With this very with the strategy of we designed to deal with the subject. How do you who do you put in front of the camera? Do you put a movie star? Do you put a well-known actor, or someone who has in his bones and his under his skin something of the main of the main character?
Yeah. How daunting an experience was it for you to take on this role? And like I said earlier, it's personal. No matter how you slice it, this happened. And it has to be in your mind that you've got to do something like this justice. So is it a daunting experience to play this man?
Well, it was. I went to university in Krakow, Poland, and the camp Auschwitz is just about 30 minutes from there. And so in 1988, long back, I was 19 years old, I first went there, and that from that time on, the topic never really has left me. I read a lot about it. I myself wrote 2 books about it. So when László, kind of out of the blue, approached me that he's preparing his first feature movie, and he sent me the script over on email, and I read it. Before I started to read it, I was full of skepticism. I've been there, done that, just another Holocaust movie, God.
Yeah.
But by page 5, I was so happy to recognize that he wants to avoid the same type of traps of voyeurism, of sentimentalism, and he has a tremendously disciplined view of history. I was, since I've done a lot of reading beforehand about, I saw and felt that so did he, and so to be faithful to history and not to focus on survival tales, and to treat the subject matter lightly, and to offer false hope, but to really kind of try to get into the heart of the matter. the script was extremely convincing, and I was very excited to be part of this film.
Yeah, and was it scary a little bit too? You know, so many close-ups, so it's just everything out on your sleeve there, basically. You know, every little line, everything. Is that a strange experience for an actor to feel
No.
like that, or you just don't care about the camera, you just do your job?
I didn't even feel like it's my job. I thought we all of us are doing one job. It didn't seem like one or mine or yours. I felt that I kind of knew what was expected from me, and I tried to stay in that state of mind the entire time. So people asked me this, it's how strange or frustrating it is to have a huge camera with a man right in my face. I never thought of that. I was really focusing on Saul.
Yeah, so it's just an extraordinary performance. Such an
And
amazing
actually,
movie.
the fact that he was not, at the time, a professional actor, he, although he had experienced it before, but the fact helped us. It required an incredible sense of discipline on his part, but at the same time, he couldn't be controlled 100%, and actually it kind of helped the performance and the overall feeling of the film, because you had a sense of organization and chaos, just like in the camps.
Yeah, exactly. Sadly, most of the survivors are dying off now.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
this is, they're all, if anybody is alive, they're in their late 90s. And listen, I know my whole family was decimated in the Holocaust, and I would have had 15 more aunts and uncles, and
Yes.
I mean, it's insane when you think about it.
Mm.
But making a movie like this, or just going through this journey and all the research and just everything that you do, I can't imagine that it doesn't change you just a little bit personally.
It does. I don't know. I don't have the distance to measure it, but I thought before making this film that I would get closer to some kind of answer, but I didn't. So I've been living in the crematorium in a way for years and years, and but the film itself, when it's created, it's one thing, and I have to let it go, and at some point it has to go. But I don't know to what extent. I will see. I guess in a couple of years, maybe a little more how it changed me.
Yeah, how about you?
Well, it's a very enriching experience, and it's also a tremendous possibility. Both back in my home country in Hungary, where I had the chance to meet the viewers a number of times after screenings, and how they deal with this, especially the younger generations who haven't been so exposed to this as the older ones. And also I if I can, and I try to kind of like tell whoever I can that to point out that it doesn't seem like that we learned all that much from the Holocaust.
Yeah, well, it's
You
still
know, look-
going on today in other parts of the world.
I mean, it's for me when I'm just sometimes in the hotel room last night. I put on a TV and I see women and children lined up on their knees just to be beheaded. I mean, what to think? I mean, what sort of a? It seems like this is here to stay, and how can we live together with such a level of inhumanity on the daily basis?
Yeah, it's mind-boggling in 2015 that we
But
still have to.
it might have changed other people. And when I think of the experience in the shoot, there was a camera technician. I knew he had some kind of weird things to say before the film, and to say the least, that he was very not in sync with the empathy of what about the Holocaust. And one day there was a scene there where there were photographs being filmed, and there was a picture of I think it's a Greek Jewish family. I'm sure they went to the gas immediately, and you had this picture, and next, in a few days after, I walked into the camera container, and there was this picture on the wall, and he actually put the picture on the wall because he wanted to save it, and this picture remained on the wall for the entire shoot. And you know, you can change. Sometimes you can change people in unexpected ways.
Slowly but surely, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, you're a new dad.
I got twins.
Yeah,
That's right.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And so it's going to have to be, obviously, like you mentioned, teaching new generations, teaching these kids, making sure, not just the Holocaust, but everywhere, as we said, just around the world, that we have to keep these young generation, you know, from stopping this
Yeah,
stuff.
we have to talk to the new generation, you know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the thing that it never leaves my mind. Really, is that it would be so nice to say that this is behind us. This was some sort of a crazy couple of years, but it's not the case. And the question everybody has to ask is that really, what is wrong with our civilization? That what can be done in order to make sure that and honestly, if you look around in current events in the world, it seems like to me there's a lot of rhetorics condemning what's going on, but the world again doesn't seem to be able to act up and stop this.
Yeah, it's well, you know what? Listen, thank you for this beautiful, beautiful movie. It really is just extraordinary. Everybody who's seen it, I talked to, it's something that will stay in my mind for the rest of my life. Thank you so much. I wish that my mother would watch it, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately, because she escaped from there. But I can talk about it, and I can make my children see it, and I thank you for that. So congratulations and everything, and do try to have a little fun while you're here in Toronto.
Thank you.
We won't have much time.
I'm sure. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
gentlemen.